June 6, 1944, landing of the Allied troops in Normandy. The Longest Day by Cornelius Ryan. This book has been transferred on the screen by the real Zanuck in the biggest horror picture of the cinema history. The Longest Day, 44 world famous actors, distributed by the 20th Century Fox. The musical theme is recorded by CBS. The U.S. government is structured into three distinct branches, each playing a crucial role in maintaining the nation's governance. The executive branch, led by the President of the United States. This branch is responsible for enforcing and executing the laws of the land. It includes the Vice President, the Cabinet, and various federal agencies such as the Department of State and the Department of Defense. Second, the legislative branch. This branch consists of the United States Congress, which is divided into two chambers, the Senate and the House of the Representatives. Its primary function is to create laws, regulate commerce, and oversee the federal budget. Third, the judicial branch, headed by the Supreme Court. This branch interprets the Constitution and ensures that laws align the nation's founding principles. It includes lower federal courts, which help resolve legal disputes and uphold justice. This has happened in the USA, where the government has judged advisable, it has been already written on these pages, to encourage the people to arrange, every family by itself or by others, shelter where to go in case of atomic attack. Consequently, a very large number of commercial firms have workout plans and models of houses, supplied with heavy furniture to be sold to the public at a quite low price. Those firms added that the government advised their commercial advertising. On the whole, those enterprising businessmen seem to have not made good business. After a while, people seemed less persuaded of the utility of those shelters, or anyway showed of not liking the federal prospect presented to them. The sale nearly stopped, and several of those commercial firms had to close with a heavy dose. Meanwhile, many citizens, made aware of the reality of that danger, applied to their doctors, asking how to behave in case of alarm or atomic bombardment, seeking for preventative measures and for first aid remedies. The doctors showed to be unprepared to give out answers and advices. They, as all of us, starting with the politicmen, are uneven to such an event. So, a medical review, the New England Journal of Medicine of Boston, dedicated a group of long articles to illuminate the doctors on the argument. The task of the review is difficult, more than ungrateful, because one must, to avoid the risk of talking uselessly. Imagine a model of atomic wall in one of the several variations, all terrible that can be considered. The experimental elements in our possession are very few, as only 2 atomic bombs, good luck, have been exploded on civil centers. And although they both 4 millions more powerful than the normal arms of same weight, the picture we can have is inadequate to give us the proportion of a thermonuclear bombardment. We should multiply 4,000 the power developed and the destruction effects. Some hydrogen bombs have been exploded on atolls and deserts, but not on cities or civil centers. A thermonuclear attack set the doctors in front of many problems. How many people will be killed instantly? How many doctors will be killed or wounded? How many hospitals will be destroyed? What will happen of all the medical materials, medicines, plasma, blood, for transfusion, bandages? All that depends on the kind of attack, on the distribution and number of bombs over big and small cities, over suburban or country. Depends on the time of the attack, day or night, and on the probability of giving an alarm signal, and on other several situations. The answer to every one of those questions and the possible combinations of the answers gives a number so high of solutions that here is no hope of taking them all in consideration. In the over-mentioned plan, it has been imagined a bombardment attack on Massachusetts territory with 10 bombs of 56 megaton power. This conjecture permits only to put in better evidence and easy prevision that in such a terrible occasion, the doctor's work will be useful and efficacious only for few ones. For the lucky ones, not seriously wounded and near an uninjured doctor, we must consider, in fact, that in the over-mentioned case, overall small parts of people, from 1/10 to 1/5 of the whole population, can result safe the day after the atomic attack. In the following days, this privilege will become more difficult. The doctors will find themselves in front of an epidemic. The radioactivity, which will strike in a more or less dangerous way the 8 or 9/10 of people, and against which there will be no immunity. Furthermore, a contemporaneous cosmic catastrophe would set fire to everything inflammable for miles around, hospitals included. Thousands of houses will be struck down, a great number of people scalded. All that will be followed by several traditional epidemics due to the millions of unburied bodies, to the lack of water, and to the fact that while the radioactivity strikes birds and mammals, it has no effects on bacteria, virus, insects. Several people will be dying. There's no medical assistance, not even for peaceful aid or narcotics against their lost sufferings. Many of the wounded who could survive with right treatment would die for the absence of them. Glick, Yevon, Wöhler, Orr, Arloch, Zut, Utluj, Stlit, Wiek, Lat, Volka, Wina, Ilhama, 民主诉、战争、激斗、Cutler、Bleak、Carlos、Blunt、Gela、Gudra、Gaidra、Lasbuy、Blitzel, Vigana, Wiglach, Gugath, Hulfe, Goop. Once resolved this problem, Germany has no other territorial problem in Europe.
Liberty, 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 liberty.